What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. And I think I did an extra on this. I felt like I did at some point in time, but I want to do a longer episode. But overall, talking on a lot of different things regarding this. But I'm pretty sure everybody remembers when Twitch, not too long ago, like last week, couple of weeks ago, they banned the word simp from being like, or was it the beginning? It was like at some point in time last week, I think. I don't think it was that far back, a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, for those that don't know, Twitch, they banned it to where you can't call people simps. And most likely it's going to be the Twitch streamer that gets banned. Like if it's being like commented or like put in his chat, like, or somebody like spams his chat or their or her chat, whoever, their chat with the word simp, like most likely Twitch is going to do some sketchy stuff that doesn't even make any sense where the streamer gets banned instead of the person that's commenting it. So that's why I'm like, I don't really understand, like, or at least have like a thing that pops up saying, hey, this word's not allowed on this website, and go on about your business. But sometimes Twitch be doing some sketchy stuff. Like that's why I'm kind of cautious about becoming a Twitch streamer, because like Twitch to me is like the best platform out there to stream. But if they're not allowing me to be myself or not allowing me to say certain things, then I don't really want to be on a website like that. I mean, it's, a struggle with YouTube at times, because there's videos that I like watching and reacting to, but I can't watch or react to those videos because YouTube's like, oh, well, we got to demonetize your content now because this content's not meant for children. And I think it was, who was it that was talking on? I think it was Pezzy. I remember I joined Pezzy's stream, and Pezzy is a YouTuber that I watch, but he was overall kind of talking on that a little bit, how YouTube, or how people of YouTube was like mad because there's not a lot of kid-friendly content on YouTube. But you have to understand who was like the founding people of YouTube, adults. Like, if it's a kid's website, then it's a kid's website, and kids need to be on that website. But YouTube, on the other hand, that's a place for adults, or people that is mature enough to understand and know what's going on the platform YouTube. But kids, on the other hand, that's why I'm like, I don't understand why YouTube Kids was a problem. And that's what Pezzy was overall discussing, saying how parents didn't like that. I'm like, okay, well, you need to go find a website of your own, or create a website for kids, because people like myself, that's like, your YouTube is a full-time job to you. It kind of makes, like, I'm not trying to be out here uploading kid-friendly content. Like, for one, I don't cuss in my videos, so I'm like, okay, then that, to me, that's kid-friendly enough. That's as kid-friendly as I'm gonna get. But any videos that I upload, any content that I watch, any of that stuff, that is for everybody of all ages. If a kid watches my video and does something or feels a certain way or whatever, that is on that kid, and it should be up to the parents. And that's what I was like, Pezzy talked on that too. But parents need to have more control over what their kids is doing online, because if anybody is doing some crazy stuff, it's the kids. It's not the adults. We're mature enough to not go out and, well, there's some of us, not all of us, and that's with some kids too. There's some kids, but not all of the kids, where they're just too immature to be on the internet. So I feel like, yeah, the immature people, they don't need to, you need to be somewhere else. Like I'm saying, like, you need to be somewhere else. But it just makes it difficult for content creators to, be ourselves, where it's like, it's going to get to a point in time where we're not even going to be able to allow to say anything in our streams, which is, it's going to be like some straight up silent films. Like, we have to mute the video games. We got to mute ourselves. We got to can't even show a camera, because they're like, oh, no, I can see that in the near future where either YouTube or Twitch, they're going to be like, cameras are no longer allowed. Like, the number one thing that people use for, like, whatever, streaming or vlogging or whatever reason, but they're just going to be like, oh, you're going to have to do an animation of what you want to do in your video. And if that doesn't go, if it's not kid friendly, then it's just going to get taken down. I'm like, I'm still kind of tripping and beefing off of the fact that not only did they take down my video, the Angry Grandpa reaction video, but Angry Grandpa's video himself. like they took his video down also, and it's one of those things where I was like, I'm upset about that, because this man's not even alive to like, you know, see his YouTube, like, you know, career. I mean, he was in the game for a while. I think he was in the game for like 6-7 years, or at least started blowing up. I think he had to been like going at it prior before that. But to me, it's just, you know, it's kind of messed up where a YouTuber, where it's like they just getting affected by other people's problems. You know, like it's like stuff that ain't got nothing to do with that YouTuber. That YouTuber has already made their marker territory onto the platform, and same with Twitch streamers. They've made their marker territory on the platform, and now they got to change it because there's a few kids that goes to school and repeats the stuff that they. And my thing is like, okay, to those kids, if you're gonna repeat that stuff, make sure you're like at recess, or there ain't no teachers around. You know, look around or wear headphones if you are gonna. But don't ruin it for us YouTubers, because I'm saying like. But I think the whole reason for like YouTube and demonetizing and taking down videos, I think. Well, I know one of the reasons was because of the PewDiePie situation, where he told some kids to say some old crazy like stuff, and then I think they was also saying like terrorists was uploading videos onto YouTube. So I'm like, okay, that's on them. You do something to them, but me, where I'm barely even making any things on YouTube, I'm at least making some sort of money to be able to pay off like bills and stuff. But other than that, I'm like, YouTube ain't some like area where it's just, oh, as soon as you sign up on a website, you're getting $1,000 every minute you exist on YouTube. No, it doesn't work like that. We put in a lot of work on the platform, so that's why I'm like, it's like upsetting to content creators when we put in all this work and YouTube doesn't do anything to like, you know, give back, because at the end of the day, we are promoting more revenue to their website. And, you know, of course, you know, we're getting some of that revenue ourselves. But I'm like, YouTube, I know you guys are having to make some sort of money off of that, whether it's through Google or whether it's through the YouTube website itself. But I know you guys have to be making some sort of money off of that, taking something off the top. So that's why I'm like, yeah, you guys should not be worried or tripping about anything. And then, like, for content creators, like, we're the ones that need to be worried and tripping, because that's the thing, like, a content creator, it's like a ticking time bomb. Like when you sit down and think about it, or maybe I shouldn't say that, because then YouTube might, I know when I do upload this episode, YouTube might be like, oh, he said that word, so we're gonna have to take down the video because he said bomb. And I'm like, bruh, like, chill out, okay? That's what I'm saying, like, chill out, you know, because I just have a feeling they'll still like, oh, words like that or any other, you know, words that's been used for like some crazy tragedy, like, it's gonna get banned. But I feel like the word simp, like, when was that word used for a crazy tragedy? You know, when was the word simp was just being used a lot, like amongst the, you know, Twitch community and, you know, YouTube community and social media and all of that stuff. There's even been times where I've been called the simp. I didn't take no offense to it. I just explained myself and went about my day. But no, there was for my friends, 4 Souls. Like, if you guys know, like, I'm not gonna stop shouting them guys out until I get to 1 million subscribers. So I just think people are gonna probably be a little bit annoyed by that. But I will try to, I guess, make the shout out videos interesting and stuff. But if people watch them and then they're not just commenting to just get to the next reaction. But anyways, but no, like, I remember that somebody was like, I had did a shout out video, and I think I did like a thank you video for Priscilla, just for being super supportive of me and YouTube. And somebody had called me a simp, and I'm all like, how am I a simp? That doesn't even make any sense. Where I'm all like, I'm thanking this person for helping me. How does one become, wouldn't she be the simp? Because I thought that it would be the other way around, but I can't even put her in that category as no simp. Like, none of those guys, they're just supportive. Like, me and them, we just both have like an equal support of each other when it comes to things. So that's why I'm like, I don't understand like how, I just think a lot of people, they just use that, I guess, as a new age or a new way of insulting people. So that's why I'm like, I don't really take any offense to that. So I wouldn't have been mad or wouldn't have been upset if I was a full-time Twitch streamer and somebody called me a simp. I'm like, okay, that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But my question is, why are you on my stream? Why are you watching my videos? You know, like, I like asking people that are like hard-hitting questions, you know, excuse me, the questions where it's like, you know, they're like, you know, there's only one responds to it, but the only way that they can respond to it is by trolling. They know the answer, but they just want to respond by trolling because they're too, I guess, scared to say the answer and stuff. So I deal with people like that on the regular, just to let y'all know. If you're like brand spanking new to my podcast and just me as an individual and you do not know who I am, I come across a lot of people where I ask them questions and they're either scared or they just don't know the answer. And so I'm not expecting them to say the answer that I'm thinking, but that's really the only answer that they're left with. So I mean, like, I don't know. I don't really like to nitpick or argue with people. I just like to ask them that question that will end the whole thing. But they want to respond with an argument. I'm like, okay, well then, you're responding with an argument. I'm just responding with my one question. So, but anyways, but no, that's like questions I would have to have like for YouTube and Twitch. Like, why is it offensive if somebody gets called a simp? Like, I can understand the N word, but you guys don't say or do anything about that. I can understand, like, because man, I'm telling you that I can honestly, I think I made like 3 videos on how this one community that was attacking me on YouTube, all the racist stuff they did to me, dead silent from YouTube. Oh, but I uploaded an angry grandpa video that barely even had any views. The videos where it was like talking about racism and stuff, the racist comments that I received, and overall the racist people that I was dealing with, nothing happened, like dead silent. But the angry grandpa video, man, like the fighting that I had to do to try to get that video back up, and then that's when I knew like YouTube really just didn't care when they took down even angry grandpa's video himself. Like, I uploaded a reaction to his video, and then they first they took my reaction down, and then they took his the original video down, saying that it was like promoting harmful and dangerous acts. How is pouring water on a person? And see, that's why I would go like, rather than arguing with them, rather than like, and I even had asked somebody like a representative, and I honestly don't even think I was talking to a representative. I think I was just talking to like some robot with generated answers and stuff, because guaranteed, I definitely, if I had the chance to talk to the CEO of YouTube or a worker from YouTube, I would ask them, so when is pouring water, especially if it's like room temperature water? Because I remember that video, and I don't remember Angry Grandpa pouring super cold or burning water on him, like boiling water. It was room temperature water, and there was no gasoline being involved. So that was overall, for those that are new to my podcast, that was the prank. There's YouTuber that I used to watch all the time back in the day, did this prank to his adult son, like pouring water on him but making it seem like that it was gasoline. It wasn't gasoline, and I know for a fact that the son approved of the video because I believe he's the one that was posting the videos. And I think maybe everybody else, they all like that's he's friends with, they were posting their videos. I don't know if overall if Angry Grandpa was posting his own videos, but he obviously gave him the green light to post that video if he was posting his videos and stuff. But at some point in time, Angry Grandpa passed away, so it just, to me, it seemed like YouTube was being very disrespectful, especially if it wasn't even like, and YouTube has done this before, because there's this one YouTuber, his name was Etika, and he did this, so he did like, I guess, gaming videos. I didn't really watch Etika, I just heard of him a few times, but I didn't watch his videos, so I'm not going to make it seem like, I was sad the day that he passed away, because it was somebody that was a part of the YouTube community, but I'm not going to say that I'm like a fan of his. I'm not going to be like a fake fan or something, so I will one day probably watch his videos, but I'm not going to like right now refer to him, I'm like, oh, I was his #1 fan, not knowing any of the names of his videos or overall like what he did and stuff. All I just know is that he was an entertaining YouTuber. But anyways, so Etika at some point in time had took his life, and he posted like a goodbye video to his like friends and family, and YouTube took the video down. And to me, I just really felt like that was messed up. And then they would allow other people, because I think you can find his video, but it's like uploaded by other people. And I'm like, bro, why would you guys... Etika last video. Yeah, there's a channel that posted it a year ago. And I think that was about it. There's a channel that posted it a year ago, and YouTube, they just overall they don't care for that video, but they care for his video. And I'm like, it would make more sense to keep it up on his channel, but I guess I can understand that because it was like his, like, you know, goodbye letter and things. But I'm like, you can easily just go anywhere and find a person's. So here's what the thing is that YouTube, what they had said, and I'm like, that to me, that's just I feel like is a dumb rule to have on a website. But so YouTube, when I was like arguing about this, so this is the one time where I was like, okay, I'm up for an argument today because this is affecting me at the end of the day. But anyways, so the one time that or when YouTube had took this Angry Grandpa video down, they were trying to tell me that if the video was like a news related, so pretty much if the news were to post Angry Grandpa's video and my reaction video, it would be perfectly fine. But since it's coming from us, Angry Grandpa and myself, it's not fine. But it's fine if the news post about it because it's the news. That's why I'm like, YouTube, no, because there's videos that's up on YouTube where it ain't even news related, and I'm like, how did this make it onto YouTube? You can find some of the most craziest videos from people's deaths to what else? Like, yeah, it's a bunch of crazy different videos on YouTube, and I'm like, you guys don't say or do anything about this, but you videos that really had no effect on anybody. And I'm like, and that's overall, I'm like, my video, what effect did it have on anybody? What effect did it have where it was like, because, hold on for a second. Let me just see if there's other videos. Gasoline, water, prank. So they're stealing people gas, walking on water, watering gas tank. Third story fall prank. Yeah, because that's 33 million views. That's a video, I'm like, that's harmful and dangerous. I wouldn't want to fall from no third story. Like lighting cars on fire, gasoline prank, calling 911, washing people's cars with gasoline prank, water containment prank, uploaded by Angry Grandpa's son, blind man prank at the gas station. It looks like he's drinking gasoline. Let's see if there's police pranks. Knowing that there's most likely some sort of police pranks on YouTube. Escape prisoner prank, best angry cops, best cops, magician. I know that that's a fake video, but it still was funny. Yeah, there's a lot of different like pranks on police officers or people pretending to be police officers, and you would think that YouTube would say something about that or do something about that, but I'm like, overall, like, I don't want them to. What I want is like, yo, if these videos are allowed on YouTube, why aren't my videos allowed on YouTube? Why is it that a video of a YouTuber pouring water on his adult son, how is that harmful or dangerous? Like, and why is it that the news is allowed to post our videos and make money off of it, but I'm not allowed to post my videos and make money off of it? Does that make any sense? Like, I'm saying, like, YouTube and Twitch, and then it's like, okay, like, enough with YouTube. Now talking on Twitch and stuff, because Twitch, there's been times, like, where YouTube, or not YouTubers, but Twitch streamers, they will, like, not even accidentally. So this is probably one of the most craziest things that I've ever heard that happened on Twitch. But there's this YouTuber that I react to. You can watch his videos and you already know what he's about. He's one of those guys that plays video games and gets highly upset. So his name is Deller. And originally, I think he was a Twitch streamer, and then he moved his way to YouTube, and I think Twitch had unbanned him from his website because I think they just realized, yeah, that was a dumb reason to ban him, so we're going to unban him. So anyways, but the reason why they banned him was because he was playing, I think, Fortnite or Call of Duty, whatever, I don't know, but he was playing a video game, and during, he had ended up losing, and then when he lost, he got his keyboard and smashed it across his like forehead and face area and things. I think mainly just his forehead. And yeah, overall, like that was it. Like that was that was a stream. He just got mad and his fans was entertained. That's why they follow him. That's why people are subscribed to him, because he be getting mad and breaking stuff. So hitting his desk, breaking keyboards, breaking. I remember that man bit like a mouse like for his computer, and so I don't want I didn't want to say like he bit a mouse, like he opened up a cage and grabbed his like mouse and bit into it and things and killed it. And so, like, but no, it was like a mouse for his computer, but bit one of those and messed it up to where it was like you couldn't even see like the thing anymore on the screen, and so. Yeah, it was, or it wasn't like moving. Something was wrong with it, but it was broken. But anyways, but no, Twitch. So after he broke his keyboard across his head, Twitch had banned him for that. And I'm like, that to me just doesn't seem right. But there was this one streamer. She has, her name is Alinity. She had threw her cat like over her head. And cats are agile; they land on their legs. But my thing was, and I think a lot of people were saying that, and I think that's where I got that from. There could have been something behind her, where the cat would have landed on that and then badly injured itself, and it could have led into a situation where either the cat is going to barely survive or it's not going to survive. So I'm like, it could have went down like that. The cat could have probably just lost all of his agility and was just all like, oh, I'm just going to fall down and see how that feels, breaks his neck, dies, or break her neck, whatever the sex of the cat was. But she did that, and then there was another time. I know a lot of people were saying that she spit vodka in the cat's face, but she didn't exactly spit vodka in the cat's face, but she did like drink from this like bottle of vodka, and then went and gave her like her cat a kiss in the face. So it was like somewhat like not completely spitting, but she did put like that, because I was all like, yo, I felt like that would have killed the cat and stuff, but no, it was she just kissed it. So the cat was like sneezing, of course, but it didn't take like a full effect of it and stuff. But I don't know what the effect were on that cat. And then there was another time when she lifted up her shirt and her breast that popped out, and or not YouTube, but Twitch. I don't know how I forgot their name, but anyways, they didn't ban her for that, and they have like this strong policy against like nudity and stuff. So they're like no nudity whatsoever. And this girl, I'm like, a whole like breast just been exposed, like like it trips me out how like, and so people was like really getting on her about that, about like all this stuff that she was getting away with, and she comes out and says that she's going to ban herself from using Twitch for a week rather than Twitch doing it themselves. And I'm like, and then there was another time when and I'm like, Twitch, it's like both Twitch and YouTube is shady. I'm telling you, it's like the just I guess video versions of Sprint and T-Mobile. Like there's like two places that you want to stay away from, but it's probably like the most reasonable place to be at and things, because it's just there. I don't know, like it just seems like something's about them and things. But anyways, but you still see people on there, but it's like they ain't having a good time. But unless they're like the CEO or the owner, then it's like, okay, yeah, they're paid, they're rich, they ain't got nothing to worry about. So. But anyways, there's this, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know who this YouTuber / streamer, who he is, but his name is Ninja. If not, Ninja is like one of the like front like running men for Fortnite. So Ninja, he's like one of the biggest like people on the internet and stuff. So he had ended up going over to this old streaming platform. It's been discontinued for a while now. But he was on this platform called Mixer. So Mixer, they had like did this like big contract with them where he would like sign with them, stream on their so overall he signed like this like multi-million-dollar contract to stream on their platform. Like this is like a sports contract, bro. Like that was crazy to me to hear that he did that. And but it was cool though. Like it wasn't like something that was like to be mad over. I'm all like, yo, that's like opening up the opportunities for like YouTubers and streamers and stuff. Like now people realize our worth in things, because it's like we're the ones that's actually promoting and doing things for these games or companies or whatever. But anyway, so he goes onto this platform Mixer. He was originally on Twitch, but when Twitch found out that he did this contract with them, they took down his channel. He didn't take the channel down himself, and who knows how long he would have been with Mixer. He might have not liked to stay over at Mixer. He would have wanted to go back over to Twitch, but Twitch had took down his account and had it, and then like had this thing up saying like, oh, the streamer that you're looking for has sailed with another ship. Overall, like trying to be petty and throw shade, and I'm like, What are you talking about? Put this man's stuff back up on here and things. I'm like, nobody doesn't care because I'm like, there's probably videos that streams that people want to watch of his, and you guys then took his stuff down because you're mad at the fact that he went over to a different platform. Like, that doesn't even make any sense to me. But yeah, YouTube, they and them guys, man, I'm telling you, both YouTube and Twitch, I'm like, something ain't right with you guys. Like, it's honestly, it's like, you know, nerve-wracking at times just waking up every morning like, okay, like, what YouTube is going to hit me with now? Like, because, you know, you never really know. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully there ain't no more crazy things that happens with me and YouTube. I'm like, I'm hoping that this strike was like the last thing. Most likely it's not. And I'm just hoping and praying that, you know, nothing crazy happens to any of my YouTube channels, because I'm like, bruh, like, that's where, like, my money comes from, and I don't think YouTube realizes that. So hopefully one day they will. Hopefully there's a day where I can sit down and talk with the guys from YouTube and be like, hey, so y'all need to chill out. Like, I don't know. I would like to talk to the person that actually that took the time to like flag my video. That's what I would really like to talk to, because I'm like, that's what I want to have a conversation with. I know people are gonna probably be thinking like, oh, you probably want to have like some sort of violent altercation with them. No, I just want to sit down and talk to them and be like, yo, so what's up with that? Like, did you actually watch my video? Because if so, what part of that video, what part of my reaction video did? Because my thing is like, I can understand if, you know, you took the video down but was like, hey, you know, we took your video down, you're not going to be affected by it, but it was just the video that you were reacting to was you know, against the policies, so we took the video down and you won't be getting no strike or anything. Then I probably would have been like, oh, okay, you know, and I wouldn't have been sweating it as much. But you guys took my video down from like 3 years ago and they expected me to like not say anything about it. No, I'm gonna say some stuff about it. Something like that I'm not gonna let go, because I'm like, they waited too late. The strike ends next month, and I'm like, if maybe it's something like, if they took it away like within a week or within a few days of when they issued it to me, I probably wouldn't have been tripping about it so much. But no, I'm like, you guys like don't really care for your streamers. Twitch don't care for their streamers, and YouTube doesn't care for the YouTubers. And so I'm like, where does that? That's what I'm like. I'm telling you, the day I really like blow up and go big with just whatever, I'm gonna create a platform where I'm all like, you know, everybody gets a chance. And overall, yeah, just, you know, we all gonna win. It ain't gonna be some situation like, yeah, if you come on here with bad intentions, then of course we're gonna take you down. And I'm like, you know, come back here with good intentions, and then you can do something with this. But until then, you ain't going to be doing a whole lot. So, but sadly, something like that doesn't exist, and it seems like YouTube and Twitch don't really want to become that place. So anyways, yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, like, subscribe, and if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, have it set up. Check out my merch store. A lot of merch is up right now. Hoodies, shirts, pants, leggings for women, mugs, wallets, posters, canvas art, a bunch of stuff is up on there right now. So anyways, talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.